We're good. It's our first mission on the launching pad. We're measuring
Ooh,
the place for the rocket. Stonka.
the quantum energy.
Yeah, man. So here is gonna be the thing.
I love it, bro.
It's happening.
You're putting it all on the ground, making it
Yeah,
all happen.
man. It's first day on the launch pad. Woo!
You look beautiful, brother. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm just going somewhere a bit size to sit down on the tree in the shade. Here I am.
Amazing.
I'm good. We just, as I said, we took off now just like an hour ago. Fixed the road a bit in order to come on to the rocket road, and now the mission starts.
Yep.
You know, on the mission.
You look good. You look happy.
Yeah, I am happy. Like it's been beautiful. I feel more and more excited about Nala. Getting puppies and yeah, just
I
so
just want
cool.
to acknowledge that and really, really hold that space for you right now, brother, because you really stepped into it fully. And that is tremendous level of integrity that you chose. Hey, beautiful. Mwah.
Look how her boobs are growing very much. Yeah, thank you, bro, for
Yeah, dude,
support.
it's a huge responsibility that you chose to step into, man, and it's amazing to see.
Mm. Thank you for support. I really needed that. Like
Yeah.
mirror as we speak, healthy mirror to feel through and remember. It's such a
But
tricky one.
do you remember, bro, how much you helped me when I was in that restaurant crying?
Yeah, of course. It's the
How,
same.
how
Uh,
much I needed, like I was so in a place of in my head and I didn't realize what I was feeling like a victim in that moment. I was trying to create a path with my head and not my heart. Like
yeah.
it's interesting because we need that. Like I to me, brother, what we have here is truly the foundation,
Mm,
is the
mm,
foundation.
mm,
Um, and what happens because of all of the abundance that's coming to us, it's amazing because we don't have, it's like you and I don't have a contract or any type of written type of necessary decision. However, we know that our success is a collective success. So there's like a way of taking care of each other with everything that's happening in the world and what we're doing, and we just trust. And
mm.
I really want to acknowledge that, brother, because that's really the I titled today Energy Transition, Quantum Energy, and Alternative Investments.
Take it again. Quantum and investment. Okay, that's interesting. What the fuck?
So it's interesting, bro, because we really are embodying these practices, right? And there's an element of uh, frequency that we are not needing to come from the mind because we know what we're here to do, and we just take care of each other. We just take care of each other, and that's just what we need to do. And
Mm,
um for me, bro, I will like I will till the day that I die, you know, I'll be, you know, here you're my blood brother from spirit. Um and I'm grateful. I'm grateful.
Thanks for sharing that. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's such a mutual mutual involvement in investment in that to be true. You know, like it's kind of, I think we both dreamt about situation like this where, you know, like we play. Okay, let's go. It's not about us. Let's go. Fuck it. Yeah. It was funny. The story was coming through that you when you were talking about Atlantis. The, when we were in a taxi and you forgot your phone, and that was,
Yeah.
I think, after that day when we were in the restaurant and we were going through the process, and then you forgot the phone, and, and then I was like, yes, and then you were like, let's go back. I'm like, fuck. And then you were like, okay, no, let's not go back. I'm like, fuck yes. Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I feel like, you know, these situations, like if we're getting phone or whatever, there is a purpose, there is a reason. As the same like with Nala getting, you know, pregnant is like is happening, you know, and the mind wants to control and be safe, and yeah.
Yeah, dude, that was a beautiful, and it was amazing because you didn't even say anything. You allowed me to make my own decision, right?
Of course. I
And
know you
but
will
you
figure it out.
completely trusted. You completely trusted. And it was interesting because we were so aware of it, you know, both of us. And then we started laughing. Remember with the taxi? And we're like, okay, we're driving around Madeira.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the beauty, that moment of breakthrough, you know, like I need this, I need this. No, actually, I need exactly the opposite, the day without a phone, and getting excited
Yeah,
about that. Like,
yeah,
yeah, nice. Now I kind of be more present with it, with listening, you know, like
yeah,
it's just so cool. And not being able to bring the past identity maybe in that day, you know, like, but
yeah,
being there present, because phone can pull out, you know, a lot of things like let's exchange contacts, let's, who are you, this is like completely different
yeah.
experience. um, really fun. So can you tell
Yeah.
again what was the name of today's?
Today is energy transition, quantum energy, and alternative investments.
Energy transition, quantum energy,
And
and
alternative investments.
alternative investments. What do you can you unpack it?
Yeah. So the energy transition is about the capturing of uh energy, or the hydrocarbons, the carbons that we're capturing from the environment and turning it into the new transition of energy into electricity. So essentially we're creating quantum opportunities through mining Bitcoin. And so people can find their alternative investments into investing into projects that are building a new economy and ecosystem for the future generation, so that people can discover and understand that the transition of wealth is happening through this quantum system. And we're building it.
Why is it quantum? How do you see?
So, because what I see is that energy, the shift of energy, is going to be in the quantum. It's going to be the exchange of, it's already there, but what I'm saying is that emphasizing that our resources from the planet, right,
Mhm.
are allowing us to then exchange energy in the quantum, even though we don't have the physical monetary value.
Yeah.
The exchange of our energy and the energy transition from the physical to the quantum is what's going to actually help the future generation to understand that their value is actually who they are. Their value is in their behavior, in their wealth, in their desire to serve.
It's like what I hear is the integrity, like that's the quantum
100%.
quantum creation from there, and yeah, it's pretty cool. Um, like because yeah, like Bitcoin is quantum. It's so weird. It's
It
so
is.
weird, but it's so simple and it's so complex. It's just unbelievable. Like, how cool is this? I'm gonna show you where I am. Here I am.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah.
I was dreaming of nature today.
My rocket is there somewhere down there. You were dreaming
Nice.
nature? Yeah, it's like
Yeah, I was
so
dreaming
good.
of the hills. So I love that you're showing me this.
Oh, that's the rocket gonna be right there behind the tree.
Bro, I really miss Portugal. I really miss Europe. I really miss Ibiza. I really miss Spain. I love it.
You should come.
I will once the projects start going. So once the projects are landed and grounded and things like this, and I could get them into operations, then I will. Until then, I just gotta keep it I gotta keep the energy grounded so it keeps manifesting.
All right, let's put that in quantum and allow the quantum to do the thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it really is. Like there's a lot of people showing up at the door and helping me create the solution, bringing their knowledge, their awareness, their gifts, and
Mm,
helping me fully embody what's responsible with a very grounded intelligence.
mm.
Yeah,
Cool, man.
it was good. It's an exciting time.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. But like I see the growth of youth. It's so cool, so beautiful.
Yeah.
Like the confidence is just so beautiful to witness. Yeah.
It's funny because some people think that where we're at in terms of what we're doing right now, it should be almost
Question.
10 years.
Go.
Uh-huh.
So,
It's okay.
not so.
Some people are like I was reading some books, and some people think that where we're at and what we're doing right now, that it should be almost 10 years away.
That's definitely. I mean, like we are in the future, man. Like for sure, in many, 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 many ways. Or I was telling today that my rocket is called Future and my name, and I'm having these calls from the future, literally. But
Mhm.
at the same time, it's quantum stuff, as you say, like having all this insight. It's like we literally can see in the future.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what it's all about. It's about integrating and capturing what's existing right now and helping people understand that this is why we're building what we're building. And it's so beautiful because if you really read Tony's book, like Tony's new book, Holy Grail of Investing,
Mhm.
everything that we're building, everything that we're doing right now, brother, he talks about.
Yeah, because it's nature, so it's like it cannot be, if it's in alignment with nature, then of course. I mean,
Exactly.
like, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, and beautiful. What do you do? What do you have any insights already from that book? Like, I know we spoke a bit, but
Yeah, I mean, there's so many, and it's so
or
aligned
what
with
parallel? Like, where do you see
what,
parallels?
well, what I love most about it is the seeds that are planted for this shift in the economic paradigm. And so if you're really looking and you're paying attention to like Tony always says, success leaves clues. And because he interviewed so many different CEOs, partners, capital responsible roles, people that are of nature of really being stewards in the financial industry, the common parallel is really culture. It's culture development, you
Mm.
know, it's emphasizing the importance of people. It's taking responsibility and seeing the people as the primary source of value and identifying and understanding that it's actually helping them find solutions. So if we are more focused as humans finding solutions, then we can actually cultivate a new narrative because this broken paradigm that so many people in this world think to believe that it's about the money, it's such a mind fuck, you know? Um,
Yeah, it takes a lot of
it's
unfucking for sure.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's interesting because I just got interviewed. I just launched like Sun Yi, he posted about how I went from scarcity to abundance, and I was talking about like the mindset, how we really get to make a decision. And if we really believe in something greater than ourselves, then our responsibility is to own that behavior, to walk with that behavior, to embody that behavior, and to move with that level of commitment. And if we choose not to walk with that commitment, if we choose not to, then we by our actions, we choose not to know. Knowing is behaving, knowing is stepping in, knowing is doing, you know?
Just I'm curious, what like what would be like, just to entertain the thought or play with the idea, that what would you do if not this? Like, knowing all this and doing, and then not doing anything about it, or doing something completely,
Right. It
uh,
makes no sense.
it's just somebody said, just Bitcoin starts doing its own thing, like, and that's what I feel as well. It just starts going through
Hmm.
by, okay, it's just like channeling whatever needs to be. I feel that unlocks a lot.
It's true sovereignty in so many ways, you know?
It's so
It's like
liberating. It's so liberating for mind.
like people for example, the other day I had a call with some people that want to start a fund in Bali, okay? A private real estate fund in Bali for a big project.
Mm.
And they were talking about crypto, and I said no. I said I don't even want anything to do with crypto. If we are doing any type of fund, it's not a traditional finance fund with US dollars because that's going to be valued at nothing. And it's definitely not going to be a crypto fund because it's going to be the same bullshit that it's a repeated pattern from the traditional economic paradigm of established economics. And if we want to do this, then it needs to be Bitcoin only. We can do a transition of taking the US dollar, transitioning it into Bitcoin, and then from the Bitcoin, investing it into a real estate and doing it from that capacity. But I'm not interested. If it's not Bitcoin only because of the level of sovereignty that is created there, then I'm not interested in being involved. And they said, okay, whatever you need, let's figure this out. Uh,
Yeah, of course.
because I am aware at this point of the principles and values that are aligned to help us cultivate a really new economic paradigm. And Bitcoin is physics, Bitcoin is nature, Bitcoin is true, Bitcoin is sovereign, Bitcoin is the way of the truth. And it's going to give the people, all people, for the people, it's going to give them back their responsible role in life. And there's a multiple ways to really build that level of infrastructure and be involved in this energy transition, in this quantum energetic responsibility, in this alternative investment strategy. But not but, and it's important to get curious. Because if you
Yeah.
just say as a traditional investor, oh, the governments won't allow it, then as a byproduct, you are limiting yourself to the thought process that governments are God, which they're not.
Mm. Yeah, I like the way you said it, to that it brings everyone to its personal responsibility. And it's so beautiful the way you said it sounds, like it's literally like so harmonious way when you were talking about Bitcoin now, like very romantic somehow. Yeah, it's a beautiful idea
Mhm.
that is
And
worth
it's
fight that is worth fighting for, that's worth doing everything we can for it.
and you
Literally.
know what, bro? It's not we're not even fighting for it anymore, bro, because we're
No.
just doing it. We're building. We're just making it happen. And we're doing it with intelligence. We're doing it with proper responsibilities. We're bringing the right people of intelligence. It doesn't mean that any of us know all of the answers, but it means that we put enough of us together and we have all of the answers available to us. Like Henry Ford, right? Like he always says, I don't need to know it all, but I know enough people that can figure it out,
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
that's
yeah,
something that we have. So,
yeah, yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's definitely that's a quantum leaping. What I or yeah, like what I noticed when we start doing these calls, the somehow productivity of many stuff just started shooting through the roof.
well, reasons comes first. Reasons always will come first for us, right? Answers show up, they come later.
Hmm. Hmm. Reasons? What do you mean reasons?
Our reason for doing this.
What is the reason?
Well, for me, the reason is integrity, is holding myself to the standard that I believe in. So for me, the reason is knowing that when I was a little boy, that I was going to put all my effort into my life and that I was going to leave this world behind better than when I found it.
Yeah. What I see is like what I see when I study deep and philosophize days and months on Bitcoin. I hang out a lot in the future, and literally in Bitcoin standard, how we think, how we exchange, how we measure energy. How we gonna measure, brother, when dollar is not gonna be around? We're gonna have satoshis. Let's say we go full on Bitcoin standard. How do we gonna measure our energy, our time to have an exchange? How we gonna play that? Every halving is gonna make something for psychology of our understanding of energy and value, and then we're gonna reevaluate everything gradually as the whole world. Um, so for me, that's the like I see beautiful future. I see solid, beautiful future, and that's I see my why. Like and it's not about me future. I'm talking about humanity's potential, where It's just so cool. So cool. Like what like the potential of ours is just so amazing. As we are awesome beings. Literally. If we're not running for money, if we're not chasing money, we are so fucking awesome beings on this planet. If we're not in scarcity and lack mentality, so beautiful. Like everyone I meet, like like I tend to tap into that side. So beautiful.
And that's where the difficulty adjustment happens every 2 weeks as well, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, and curious, where it's going. What is the difficulty? You know,
Every 2 weeks, bro, it gets a little bit
every
harder.
no, not necessary. But then we have a halving.
But that's what I'm saying.
Every,
So
every
is it
4 years it
harder?
becomes.
Is it harder or is it more, is the difficulty adjustment harder or is it more challenging or is it mean for fun? Like
It's just
for me,
it.
I find that every 2 weeks it feels a little bit more curious, more exciting, more entertaining.
Yeah. So what the difficulty adjustment does is anyway is everything in life 50-50. Yes or no? Like it's
Mm.
either we get or not, whatever. And then we can start calculating into like probabilities and stuff. Um, and difficult adjustment is it cannot be far from that, or it's either it gets more difficult for specific node, I guess, and more easy for some other node. If that's a calculation that is just like it doesn't change anything. It's just for computers for technology, it creates more numbers. So the guessing time would land around 10 minutes. Uh, so it either adds numbers to the answer or either makes less numbers on the answer, and then machines are guessing it.
Mm.
So and the guessing goes completely through the random box. It's throwing any kind of number out in the field, literally. I don't know, like those after those numbers, like so the computer has to add, and if there is more numbers in the answer, then computers needs to guess more, and that's how it is.
Mm.
Yeah, and then for us is I'm curious to track that. Is that like what is going on every 2 weeks? Why is 2 weeks approximately? Like feel the halvings, because some people say that we need to go through two halvings to get what's going on here. Um, yeah, there is more growth coming. There is more expansion all the time. Seems like. Um, I love it. I love it. Difficulty adjustment.
Mm.
But I know after difficulty adjustment that it becomes more exciting. Like maybe that's a remembering. Difficulty adjustment is just to remember the truth deeper.
Well, yeah, like from my perspective, it's definitely being finding a new solution, right? It's just creating more
Yeah.
solutions. It's allowing new challenges to walk into your uh, uh, experience of life, and then being able to not even be phased because you're paving a new path. And so, if you're not growing, you're dying, right? And so, from
Mm.
my perspective, this is how fast nature works. And I mean, we look at it, we're billions of years old.
Mm.
And if we identify and understand that our self-realization has been since the moment that we've actually come to this planet, we've already been self-realized. All that other shit that we had to unlearn and traumas were passed on to us through a manipulative external reality versus the nature of our true essence. However, now that we know, right? Now that we're
Yeah.
back at that core center of the awakened spirit, awakened souls, now we're fully present and fully able to unpack alongside nature and be part of that evolutionary organism. But you have to have the awareness to get there. You have to have the faith that you're part of it, because if you don't trust, if you truly don't believe, it's impossible for you to see it.
Yeah, yeah. It has to be an ego death, you know.
You have to completely die in so
Yeah,
many ways.
yeah, yeah. A lot on learning, deleting, revisiting. Mm.
It's interesting. Like today, I was thinking, I needed to spend a lot of time by myself in the jungle, in medicine, do all of these things to unlearn a lot of shit. Uh, to get the fuck out of my head in so many ways. And
Mhm.
this was the compassion that I needed to hold for myself to unlearn those patterns, to realize the patterns, to pay attention to those patterns in my own reality, in my own layer of life, so that then I could start recognizing those patterns in other scenarios. But it wasn't until I could hold compassion for my own patterns and the things that I didn't even know that I didn't know, because I needed to watch the whole experience from the observer's perspective
Yeah.
to really then say, okay, wow, I didn't even know. I didn't even know that. I didn't, wow, like I can hold that space of compassion for myself right now. Like that feels so beautiful. And it's in
Mm.
that feeling that then you can apply that to other scenarios. And then you discover that, wow, I don't actually need any of the medicine. I am the medicine.
Mm.
Like, like I get to walk as medicine. I get to speak as medicine. I get to be the medicine.
You become it. Yeah. Yeah, that's that's the alchemy. That's alchemy. At least that's alchemy. At least that's mystic. At least that's genius. Yeah, yeah. No, it's beautiful. Um, and there's so many beautiful geniuses around the world, and
Right.
so cool that they are start jumping in the schools and meeting them, and also like living here around. I have so many like cool people here.
Mm,
It's so cool to be. Um, really deep conversations, like discovering each other's genius, and just be living in a timeless zone in the
mm.
future. Hardly. Oh, yeah. And it's just, man, you need to come here.
I
We
can't
need to
wait to
figure
meet.
it out. We need to figure it out. You have we have 30 days less. Now we have 25 days or something like that for you to come here.
Mm.
Yeah, let's make it happen. Like this is type the event that it's yeah, you don't want to miss it. Simple as that. Mm. And, there is a reason why the rocket is popping up here. I hope you hear the sounds. It's happening.
Are they? Are you got guys building it right now? Or guys helping you
We
build it?
starting today. It's the first day we starting it. So we just fixed the road on the way,
Nice.
and now Toby likes measuring, so we measure like precise. It's a rocket science, so we go in trenches all the way. We're pulling out the names for. So this is our launch pad.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna have frames and stuff coming. Yeah, it's cool.
Bro, I think that like you really love like what I'm seeing is you
Mm.
really love designing experiences, like
Yeah.
curating festivals, outdoor experiences, things like that people can really come to and uh enjoy. You're like a curator of festivals, I would say.
Well, I'm some kind of spirit of that. I'm not gonna try to hide away or shy away from that, but yeah, it's beautiful energies circling around all the time, and magic just popping up there and there, and collaborating, and yeah,
Yeah,
it's
you make you
nice.
make you you make great experiences. Yeah.
And because like it's a priority, I feel it's that's for me what is weird to figure it out. What is my proof of work, and that's my part of proof of work, doing this, creating together rockets and stuff. I'm on a mission all the time. I'm on a mission all the time. There's no more, the day. Like, what is today? Like, actually, I don't know. Like, it sounds like Saturday because of the venture capitals, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
otherwise, like it doesn't. The time does not exist here, man. Like, there's no Monday, there's no Sunday. Every day, wake up, take a bath in the water in the lake, come back, have a cup of coffee, and make a bulletproof. Make for myself, make for people. We share, we drink. Like a 2 hour coffee ritual. It's very intentional living, like really slow, intentional, funny. There are siblings here, like teenagers, maybe around 20, like yeah, maybe 14, 20, somewhere there between. And man, it's so beautiful to see the siblings love messing with each other nonstop, the mischievous continuously, like there's so much love, but they are like playing with each other's fucking senses as the motherfuckers, teasing, trying to bully, and like to make other pain, and then the pain arises and laughing, and like it's just constant beautiful love play, because then I was having conversation with them yesterday, and I was like, wow, thank you for allowing me to be in this position, like where I can witness this and be a part of this. It's just so beautiful to see you both, constantly kind of that could look that's fighting and teasing each other, but like genuinely what's going on there is it's why is happening because there's so much trust in each other and love, so they can be brutal, honest, and like express the way whatever needs to be expressed without any fear of losing the person, because they know that person is here for life.
Wow.
And it is so powerful to see that and to recognize the patterns, what they do and how their harmony. And then I shared that to them, and they both like, fuck yeah, like there is this like genuine love that I know that is gonna be here forever. So that's, yeah. uh so it's so much fun. Finding the most painful point and like stepping constantly on that, like the girl is, maybe she is like 13, and the guy is and the boy is maybe like 19. And she was yesterday, oh, I'm a man, I'm a man. And he's like, oh, I don't, no, 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 it's too much to think about even that possibility. And then she's like, for him became painful. And then she noticed that, of course, she knows the painful buttons. And then she's like, oh, you know what, actually, if I am a man, then it means you are the woman. To her brother. Like, you see the genius how it comes out. Oh, we had such a deep laugh. I don't remember cracking so much last night. There was just that childlike giggle, mischievous motherfuckers, like messing up things all the time. I love it. I recognize a lot of that in myself. So I think that's why I can
And it's
protect it.
that's the thing is that playfulness, innocence, we forget it, right? And we put up these boxes, and man, I tell you that that's the whole joy of it is that little bit of playfulness, that lot of bit of playfulness is so important because, like you said, there's no fear of losing.
Yeah. And that's what I noticed when we got with Sarah, like it's the same. It unlocks that safety where we start projecting deeper shit towards each other because of that safety, because of that love that is established there. So we feel
Right.
now suddenly this person has to be, like all the shit, like trial and error kind of situation, reprogramming again everything. Um, yeah.
I agree. I agree. You know,
And
it's
so
interesting.
beautiful. Yeah. Yeah. Same.
It's interesting, like if you look at the whether it's Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and I talked about this multiple times already, but if we just inverse, right? If we inverse Maslow's hierarchy of needs, or we even
Mm,
inverse the uh levels of conscious development or the levels of consciousness, and we inverse them into instead of reaching to that self-realization or reaching to that awakened soul, we inverse it and we realize, hold on, we come here as the awakened souls and we step into integration and we are socially conscious so that we can actually focus on the development of our ecosystem to understand the differences in what the authoritarian or power god perspectives are so that we can
mm,
actually thrive as a tribe and help each other survive at a whole new level. And so
mm,
that bridges the 8 levels of consciousness from the top down, but inversing them to become the foundation. And I think that
mm,
that changes a conversation to help people and empower them to see that you don't actually need to reach that awakened soul essence. You already are it.
mm. Yeah. Yeah. Learning and searching is a trap for sure. I mean, that's because we already know. Um, so,
Learning, I don't
but
think it is a trap, but maybe
or
discovering oneself
learning can get can become a trap. I mean, let's put it that.
if you're not implementing it. Because if you're constantly just seeking knowledge and not executing or implementing it, then I agree 100%. However, if you're constantly taking in the knowledge and then taking action upon that knowledge, that's wisdom.
So liberating. Yeah. Knowledge without emotional attachment is definitely wisdom.
Embodied embodied wisdom
Yeah.
into the physical form created, manifested, and destroyed all at the same time.
Look at my socks, bro. Like them. What are you gonna do today?
I have a few more meetings today with
Yeah.
some of the youth, and I'm also meeting a friend from New York City online to talk about the projects that we're working on and see
Mm.
because I just found an amazing advisor from the Tony Robbins world for our like international finance. He's an amazing guy. He does a lot of stuff uh inside of that whole paradigm. So I'm also still looking for a couple more advisors, specifically dealing around the energy side of it. So meaning oil and gas, power engineers, mechanical. So I'm looking to an international law. I think I'm gonna have right away too. So a couple different things, but it's all happening and it's all coming together, which is really exciting. Um, but yeah, we're kind of in that moment now where things are starting to be this next month, I believe, uh things are really going to not only be like drafted in framework and paperwork, but really grounded in terms of the core team and the advisory roles. Uh and yeah, it's exciting times.
Very cool. Very cool, man. Good stuff. Yeah, so it seems like it's a month of execution and work.
A
Yeah.
month of really integral execution.
Mm.
Uh because we need the paperwork, we need people of different levels of consciousness to be in agreement, and so that people are just very informed on how funds and energy are going to be moving, so that when the tap starts to turn on,
Mm.
uh, it's uh, it's very
Clear
clear.
structure.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. And I think that's really important for
yeah,
everyone to move. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Cool, man. Let's wrap it up. I'm gonna go
Yeah,
and
bro.
build the
I love
rocket.
you. Go enjoy the rocket. Enjoy. Love you, brother. And it was amazing to see you. Great, great catch up.
Yeah. Much love. Thanks for the call.
Big
And
love.
enjoy this for a moment.
Yeah, so beautiful. Give my love to
Yeah.
Nala.
Yeah. Hey, mountains. Bye bye. Okay, man. Ciao. Much love,
Ciao.
Nala.
Bye, Nala. Mwah.